Right then, settle down, everyone. We're chuffed to bits you've joined us today. Forget what you think you know about luxury real estate, because what we're about to show you isn't just a property tour. It's a journey back in time, a right proper peek into a world of history, grandeur, and just a dash of brilliant British eccentricity. Today, at Richest Billionaires' Homes, we're venturing into a place that truly sells a dream. We don't just showcase properties, we tell their story. Our philosophy is simple: tell, don't just show. And Ayton Castle, with its 160 acres, feels like the perfect place to start. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine something. You're walking through the Scottish borders, the air is crisp, and in the distance, you spot a majestic castle straight out of a fairy tale. That sense of awe you feel right now. That's what this place inspires. From its formidable baronial architecture to a past filled with captivating tales, Ayton Castle isn't just a home, it's a living, breathing piece of history. And believe me, it's got some secrets to spill. What makes this particular estate an absolute corker isn't just its Grade I listed grandeur or the jaw-dropping £3.25 million price tag. No, it's the truly bonkers, yet utterly charming, features that set it apart. Picture this: a 5-story great tower, beautifully restored interiors, and the rare, almost unbelievable opportunity to acquire the Barony of Ayton, a historic title dating back to 1324. How many of us have ever secretly harbored the desire to be a baron or a baroness? Now's your chance, and it's a brilliant way to become part of a legacy that stood the test of time. But let's be honest, the real showstopper, the feature that truly makes this place a one-off, is the fully functional 10.25-inch gauge miniature railway that wins its way through the grounds. It's the kind of whimsical touch that makes you feel like you've stumbled into a world of pure imagination. So, grab a cuppa and get comfy. We're about to peel back the layers of this magnificent estate, because a home of this caliber deserves more than a quick glance. It deserves a deep, thoughtful narrative that gets to the very heart of why some properties are more than just bricks and mortar, they're aspirations made real. This, my friends, is the kind of storytelling that elevates an experience and gives you a taste of a life well lived. Welcome to the show. Part 1. The Baronial Style, Origins and Architecture. 1.1 What is baronial architecture? Before we step inside, let's take a moment to understand the very DNA of this incredible building. What exactly is the Scottish baronial style? Well, think of it as a glorious love child of medieval fortress design and the elaborate romanticism of the 19th century. It's an architectural style that's unashamedly dramatic and wonderfully theatrical, with its signature turrets, conical roofs, battlements, and crow-stepped gables. The purpose wasn't just aesthetics, it was a powerful statement. Architects of the time wanted to evoke a feeling of permanence, of deep-rooted history, and a noble lineage stretching back through the ages. When you see a building like Ayton Castle, you're meant to feel a sense of awe, a profound respect for the past, and a desire to be part of its ongoing story. The style really took off in the 19th century, during a time of great national pride in Scotland. Architects were looking back to the country's rich, often turbulent, history and drawing inspiration from the castles and tower houses of the 16th and 17th centuries. They were influenced by the French chateau style, with its ornate rooflines and playful spires, but they gave it a distinctly Scottish twist. They added features like machicolations and parapets, not for defense, but to create a sense of imposing, almost intimidating, grandeur. This wasn't about being practical, it was about being aspirational. It was about creating a dreamscape for the landed gentry and the new industrialists who were keen to establish their own aristocratic credentials. (1.2) Historical emergence. The Scottish baronial revival of the 19th century was a massive trend, driven by a yearning for a romantic, historical past. This period gave us some of the most iconic buildings in Scotland. Architects like William Byrne and, in our case, the brilliant James Gillespie Graham were the rock stars of their day. Graham, a leading Gothic revival architect, was commissioned to design Ayton Castle in 1845 for William Michelinus, who was at the time the chief cashier and later a director of the Royal Bank of Scotland. It's a wonderful example of how the new wealth of the Industrial Revolution was used to create a tangible connection to an imagined aristocratic past. Graham's design for Ayton Castle was nothing short of a masterpiece. He intended to build something that would not only stand the test of time but would also serve as a landmark, a beacon of power and prestige. The dramatic red sandstone he chose was a bold statement, and the result is a building that feels both timeless and utterly unique. The design itself, with its two main stories anchored by a 5-story great tower, was a nod to the great keep and bailey castles of old. The intricate details, the rope-molded turrets, the crenellated parapets, and those stunning crow-step gables, were all carefully chosen to create a symphony of Scottish tradition. 1.3 Signature features of the castle. As you approach Ayton Castle, you're immediately struck by its presence. It's a proper beast of a building, yet it feels perfectly at home in the rolling Scottish landscape. The red sandstone gives it a warm, almost earthy feel, but the sheer scale of the great tower makes you feel wonderfully insignificant. It's easy to stand here and imagine the builders and stonemasons toiling away, carving every single detail by hand, infusing the very stone with their craftsmanship and spirit. The evolution of the castle didn't stop with Graham. In the 1860s, architects David Bryce and James Maitland Wardrop came along and made some fantastic alterations. They had a deep understanding of the castle's soul and wanted to enhance it rather than change it. They expanded the drawing room to create a space that would be perfect for entertaining and added a billiard room, a necessity for any proper country estate. They wanted the inhabitants to feel a sense of easy luxury and comfort, a place where they could entertain their peers and friends with effortless grace. But wait, there's more. In 1873, the interiors were given a lavish makeover by Scotland's leading designers, Bonnard and Carfrae. They had a grand vision. They wanted the inside to feel as spectacular as the outside. They painted some of the walls to look like silk damask, a true stroke of genius. The intention was to create an atmosphere of opulence and sophistication that would make anyone who walked through the doors feel like they were part of something truly special. And speaking of feeling special, there's a rather amusing anecdote about one of the original features. The dining room mantelpiece, you see, was so stunning that it captured the heart of none other than Mark Twain during a visit. He was so enchanted by it, he simply insisted on taking it back to Connecticut. Can you believe the sheer cheek of it? But it's a testament to the property's undeniable charm and allure. That mantelpiece now takes pride of place at the Mark Twain House and Museum in Hartford, Connecticut. It's a wonderful reminder that a piece of this Scottish gem lives on across the pond, a permanent testament to its global appeal. When you look at the fireplaces in the castle today, you can't help but feel a sense of connection to that story. It makes you realize that this isn't just a building, it's a character in a much larger narrative, a narrative that's full of wit, wonder, and a touch of literary history. Part 2. The Rise of Scottish Nobility and Their Estates. 2.1 Who were the Scottish nobles? To truly appreciate Ayton Castle, you have to understand the people who built and lived in it. The Scottish nobility were more than just landowners. They were the backbone of society. They held titles like barons, earls, and dukes, and their roles extended far beyond simply owning a bit of land. They were clan leaders, political figures, and military strategists. Their estates, like Ayton, were the epicenters of their power and influence, serving as both a symbol of their status and a hub for the community. The castle was where all the important decisions were made, from political alliances to the management of vast agricultural lands. The allure of a title like the Barony of Ayton isn't just about the name, it's about the sense of belonging to this historical tapestry. The title dates back to 1324, a time when Scotland was fighting for its independence. To have the opportunity to acquire such a title is to buy into a legacy that's older than the Scottish Parliament, a lineage that connects you to the very foundations of the nation. We believe that this isn't just a purchase, it's an adoption of a historical identity, a chance to become a modern-day custodian of a piece of Scotland's soul. It's a feeling of profound connection that money simply can't buy. 2.2 Life in the castle. Life in a castle like Ayton was a busy affair. The daily routines and social customs were governed by the rhythms of the seasons and the demands of a large estate. It wasn't just about lazing around and being waited on, it was a complex operation. The chief cashier of the Royal Bank of Scotland, William Michelinus, would have needed a home that was both grand and practical. And that's exactly what he got. The castle's main hall opens onto a gallery that connects a series of reception rooms, a huge dining room, and a large kitchen with a butler's pantry. The layout was deliberately designed for entertaining on a grand scale, to make guests feel at ease while the household staff worked seamlessly behind the scenes. Speaking of which, the staff hierarchy would have been extensive, from butlers and cooks to gamekeepers and gardeners. It was a well-oiled machine, ensuring the smooth running of a home that was both a residence and a social hub. The castle would have been a hive of activity, with people constantly coming and going, from important business associates to friends and family. The grand dining room would have hosted lavish feasts and balls, with the scent of roasted meat and fine wine filling the air. You can almost hear the clinking of glasses and the sound of lively conversation echoing through the halls. The castle's private chapel, complete with its own kitchenette, speaks volumes about the lifestyle it was intended to support, a life of both spiritual devotion and practical convenience. The current owners have been absolutely brilliant, haven't they? Over the last decade, they've embarked on a major restoration project, but they've done it with a deep respect for the castle's history. They've rewired, replumbed, and redecorated key rooms, bringing the property into the 21st century without losing an ounce of its historic soul. They understood that a house like this deserves a gentle touch, a hand that guides it into the future while honoring its past. Their efforts to add a formal southern garden, with its neat box hedges and stunning sandstone walls, show their deep desire to enhance the property's natural beauty and create a space where one can simply unwind and appreciate the serene surroundings. Call to action and investment potential. Are you ready to invest in more than just real estate? If you've enjoyed this journey back in time, we want to invite you to join our exclusive community. Head over to our website and subscribe to our newsletter for access to behind-the-scenes content and exclusive insights into some of the world's most unique properties. You'll be the first to know about our next grand tour. Beyond the romanticism, let's talk numbers. While the £3.25 million price tag is significant, it's a worthy investment for several key reasons. Firstly, you're acquiring a Grade II listed property in a highly sought-after location, assets that typically appreciate in value over time. Secondly, the estate is not just a residence, it's a multifaceted income generator. The several cottages, gate lodges, and stable apartments included in the sale are already generating a good income, providing a stable return on investment. Furthermore, the historic and unique nature of the property, including the Barony of Ayton title, makes it a rare, non-fungible asset. This kind of legacy property, especially one with a strong narrative and unique features like the miniature railway, has a proven track record of holding its value and attracting a specific, high-net-worth buyer pool. This isn't just a home, it's a strategic long-term asset that offers both a magnificent lifestyle and a secure financial future. Part 3. Castles in Conflict, War, Rebellion, and Royalty. 3.1 Strategic Importance. The Scottish borders are a region steeped in history, a place where clans clashed and battles were fought. The castles here weren't just symbols of wealth, they were strategic strongholds, vital to the control of the land. Although Ayton Castle itself was built in the mid-19th century, its predecessor, a smaller fortress, was a witness to centuries of conflict. The de Vesci family, Norman settlers, were the first recorded owners, and it's believed they built a small castle here in the 12th century. While we don't have many details about the early days, you can feel the weight of that history in the very landscape. It's a place that has seen it all, from the fierce border raids to the long-standing tensions with England. One can't help but imagine what it was like during the tumultuous days of the Jacobite uprisings. While Ayton Castle might not have been a central stage for these conflicts, The baronial style itself is a powerful reminder of that era. The battlements, the fortified towers, the arrow slits, all these features, though decorative in the 19th century, are a direct homage to a time when a castle's purpose was to defend, to protect, and to project power. They serve as a constant, subtle reminder that this home is built on a foundation of resilience and strength. 3.2 Royal Connections. The grand scale of Ayton Castle and its baronial style were designed to impress, and they certainly did. While we don't know of any specific royal visits, the castle's role as a hub for the local elite suggests a world of power and influence. It's not a stretch to imagine that royal envoys or high-ranking officials would have been welcomed here, perhaps for a banquet or secret meeting. The magnificent interiors, lavished with the finest decorations, were a perfect backdrop for such gatherings. You can almost picture the hushed conversations, the clinking of champagne flutes, and the quiet negotiations that would have taken place within these very walls. The legacy of the castle's owners extends beyond the estate itself. The nearby parish church, with its impressive 36-metre spire and stained glass windows by Ballantyne and Sons, was commissioned by William Michelinus's son, Alexander. This shows a deep commitment to the local community, a desire to leave a lasting mark on the landscape and to provide a place of beauty and worship for the people who lived and worked on the estate. The relationship between the castle and its surroundings is not just one of ownership, it's one of mutual respect and contribution. 3.3 Decline and Preservation. The Industrial Revolution changed everything, and many of these grand estates fell into a state of decline. The upkeep was simply too expensive for many families. Some were abandoned, and others were left to decay. But Ayton Castle was one of the lucky ones. Its resilience and the commitment of its owners to its preservation have ensured that it remains in perfect condition today. The current owners have been brilliant at modernizing the property without compromising its integrity. They've added a formal southern garden, which provides a stunning visual counterpoint to the wilder parklands. They've also ensured that the estate's practical elements, like the stable block and the cottages, remain useful and contribute to the local economy. The estate includes several cottages, gate lodges, and stable apartments that generate a good income, proving that a historic property can also be a savvy investment. The Category B listed stable block, with its 9 horse stalls and double garage, is a testament to the fact that this is not just a museum piece, it's a living, working estate. It's a joy to see a place like this not only survive but thrive. Part 4. The Miniature Railway, Eccentric Luxury. Right, let's talk about the absolute star of the show, the brilliant, bonkers, and utterly charming miniature railway. It's the sort of thing that makes you want to get down on your hands and knees and have a good old laugh. This isn't just a toy, it's a fully functional 10.25-inch gauge railway, complete with its own platform, ticket office, engine shed, and joiner's workshop. It's a proper piece of engineering wizardry, and the fact that it wins its way through these incredible grounds is just the icing on the cake. When you first hear about it, you can't help but smile. It's the ultimate example of aristocratic whimsy. It's a feature that speaks to a playful, childlike wonder, a desire to create a world of your own within the confines of your estate. We believe that this isn't just about fun and games, it's about the pure joy of creation, of seeing a vision come to life. And what a vision it is! It's a statement that says, I've not only achieved incredible success, but I've also kept a sense of fun and adventure. It's a refreshing change from the usual opulence and a reminder that true luxury is about having the freedom to indulge your every desire, no matter how whimsical. We've seen other grand estates with eccentric features, like follies or grottos, but a miniature railway. That's next level. It's a feature that would undoubtedly be the talk of the town, the one thing that would stick in your mind long after you've left. The investment in building and maintaining such a thing is a testament to a deep passion for craftsmanship and a desire to create a truly unique legacy. It's a beacon of positivity, a place where children, and even big kids, can find pure, unadulterated joy. It's the kind of thing that makes you feel uplifted and reminds you that the world of billionaires isn't always about serious business, Sometimes, it's about spreading a little bit of happiness, one miniature train ride at a time. It's a feature that truly embodies the playful spirit of At Richest Billionaires' Homes and the stories we love to tell. Part 5. Legacy and Cultural Impact. 5.1 The Value Beyond the Walls. The legacy of Ayton Castle isn't confined to its walls. It's woven into the fabric of the Scottish borders and the cultural identity of the nation. These baronial castles are more than just homes. They are the heart of a narrative that has captivated the world. They've been the backdrop for countless films and TV shows, from the sweeping romances of Outlander to the epic battles of Braveheart. They've helped shape the way the world views Scotland as a land of myth, magic, and enduring history. The castle's sprawling 160 acres follow a 19th-century tree gardening philosophy, blending naturalistic woodlands with formal terraces and gardens. It's a truly magnificent feat of landscape design, a philosophy that prioritized the blending of man-made beauty with the raw, untamed nature of the Scottish countryside. The result is a landscape that feels both manicured and wild, a perfect reflection of the castle itself. You'll find a 16th-century dovecot, a couple of pineetums, and even a subterranean icehouse, all adding to the rich tapestry of the estate. Beyond the estate itself, the surrounding area is a treasure trove of culture and amenities. The castle is a stone's throw from a number of prestigious schools, exclusive clubs, and breathtaking scenic landscapes. The River Eye, which flows nearby, is a stunning salmon and trout river, perfect for those who enjoy a bit of sport. The nearby village of Ayton and the larger market town of Berwick-upon-Tweed offer a wonderful blend of rural charm and modern convenience. It's a place that offers the best of both worlds, a secluded, private retreat with all the amenities of a vibrant community close at hand. This is the kind of lifestyle that truly makes a property a long-term investment, not just financially, but in terms of personal fulfillment and happiness. The story of Ayton Castle is an ongoing one. It's a story of preservation, a testament to the belief that a home can be both a sanctuary and a legacy. It's a reminder that we can live in the 21st century while being deeply connected to the past. It's a narrative that inspires us to think about what we want to leave behind, not just for our families, but for the world. And that, we believe, is the truest form of wealth. Conclusion. Well, there you have it, folks. What a journey it's been. From the formidable grandeur of its Scottish baronial architecture to the captivating stories of its past owners, Ayton Castle is so much more than a property, it's a living legacy. We've talked about the why and the how behind the what, and we trust you've come away with a deeper appreciation for the thought, the history, and the sheer ambition that went into creating this magnificent estate. You've seen the stunning beauty of the red sandstone, the whimsy of the miniature railway, and the fascinating stories that echo through every room. Here at Richest Billionaires' Homes, our aim is to leave you with more than just a quick glimpse. We want you to feel a sense of awe, to be inspired by the vision and the creativity behind these incredible homes. We hope we've given you some hearty chuckles and a few belly laughs along the way, because our mission is to spread positivity and inspiration through the world of luxury real estate. We believe that every property has a voice, and every detail speaks to a life well lived. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or simply a dreamer with a grand imagination, we hope this video has elevated your imagination and sparked a desire to learn more. This is the kind of storytelling you won't find anywhere else on YouTube, crafted by real people to captivate and inspire. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. We've got so many more stories to tell, and we can't wait to share them with you. Until next time, stay aspirational, stay curious, and always keep your eye on the dream. This video is produced by At Richest Billionaires' Homes and is intended for entertainment and educational purposes within the luxury real estate niche. All audio, commentary, and informational content are original and created by our team through human research, writing, and editing. Select visual references may be sourced from publicly available materials and are used under fair use guidelines to support narrative and analysis. We do not claim ownership or representation of any third-party brands, properties, or entities featured. No infringement is intended. At Richest Billionaires Homes, we don't just showcase properties, we sell a dream and tell a story. Our mission is to narrate the lifestyle, the vision, and the legacy behind every billionaire's home. We believe in tell, don't just show, because every space deserves a voice, and every detail speaks to a life well lived. The stories we tell here aren't found anywhere else on YouTube or social media. They're crafted by real people to inspire, captivate, and elevate your imagination.